Agriculture accounts for 77% in revenues generated from exports in Kenya. There has been remarkable growth among the key foreign exchange earners in the country, partly attributed to the unveiling of a national development blueprint dubbed Vision 2030, which is aimed at transforming Kenya into a newly industrialized middle-income country by the year 2030.
What we expect that to mean is that government and its agencies are going to place a lot of emphasis on promoting agriculture so that it plays its role or its rightful role in achieving the growth rates that Kenya is looking at. We're looking at a GDP growth rate of 10% per annum. Coming to agriculture, what can the players in the agriculture sector expect? Wherever you might be on the value chain, I think you can expect support, be it on policy level, especially from the government, but also government lobbying for certain facilities and programs that will enable the primary producer, that is a farmer, people involved in the value addition, because I think one of the things that is being looked at is for agriculture especially move away from exporting semi-processed or unprocessed produce to processing it in Kenya, so that we create a lot more value addition in Kenya, which would mean we create more businesses, we create more employment in Kenya based on agriculture.
One such industry which has embarked on renovation towards revenue contribution to the country's gross domestic product is the meat industry. Currently dominated by the government-owned Kenya Meat Commission, this sector contributed to the tune of over $10.6 million as of June 2011, marking a 37% increase from 2010 due to increased appetite of the Kenyan products in the international markets.
The Kenyan livestock sector contributes about 16% to the national GDP. Out of that 16%, 4% is contributed by the dairy sector. The other 12% comes from the extensive livestock. And the extensive livestock include the beef cattle, the sheep and goats, the poultry sector. So if 12% of the national GDP, gross GDP, comes from extensive livestock, this is the place which informally and formally also employs 50% of the agricultural labor force.
With export volumes exceeding 320,000 metric tons per annum, Kenya's strategic location on East African coast has to a large extent offered a logistical gateway for the neighboring East African countries which lack the means to export the goods.
Kenya is a blessed nation. We have advantages of having 3 borders. We have Somalia, which was the 5th largest producer of livestock. Now the whole entire livestock is coming to Kenya. This is a good advantage and the blessed part. We have the world, Kenya, Africa livestock population is highest in Ethiopia. All their livestock have nowhere to go. They have no port. They are coming to Kenya through Mandera and through Moyale. So Kenya, we have an opportunity.
Despite the notable growth, there are several challenges that the industry players face which hold back the industry from becoming a mainstream foreign exchange earner.
You do know KMC has been a sleeping giant. It's a sleeping giant. We are not operating optimum because our technology and our assets are the ones of 1950. The government actually has put enough funds, but because of mismanagement, it did not take off very nicely. So our things are slightly, we need some overhaul in terms of facility.
Animals are coming all the way from northern part of Kenya, so it takes almost 2 to 3 days to reach here. And then when it comes here, you have to wait 24 hours for it to be in the boma as to raise the animals. And then the animals come all the way from the boma, slaughter it in the slaughterhouse, and then it stayed in the chill room for almost minimum of 12 hours, but sometimes the doctors say they need 24 hours. So that's the challenge that they have.
Experts, on the other hand, feel that the revival of this sector has not only led to increased export earnings, but also improvement of the livelihoods of the populace who depend directly and indirectly on the industry.
What we can expect as Kenya becomes more of a middle-income country is that we are going to have a larger middle-income class. And one thing that has been observed in countries that have moved from developing countries into middle-income and finally into developed economies, as a middle-income class grows, you have people demanding more meat and less of things like grains. So we can expect that as Kenya's own middle class grows, as Kenya's export markets, be it in countries like China, for instance, or India, where we've seen their middle income classes grow significantly, there will be more meat demanded, and therefore this also provides opportunities for people in the agriculture value chain in Kenya to think about that and to position themselves for the same.
The industry, if it goes further, it's good for especially those guys who are nomads, that they know where to take their animals and they know they are doing something which is helpful for them and for their family. So that he knows, at the end of the day, he knows where he can take the animals to be slaughtered, and he gets back the cash and to produce more animals.
Restoration to profitability of the meat industry in Kenya is at a time when globalization has led to increased competition in all sectors of the economy. Its notable contribution in foreign exchange earnings of up to 12% per year is one which cannot be ignored alongside coffee, tea, horticulture and tourism. For Eye on Kenya, I am Lois Washira.